you gonna be my mommy and daddy?
We sure would love that if you'll have us.
First of all, Good American Family is absolutely incredible. I watched this whole series in the course of one day. My girlfriend came down and she was like, oh, I know exactly what this is. I wasn't familiar with the story and we just binged it. And the hardest part about this show, honestly, was I couldn't hit play fast enough. Now, look, I wasn't really familiar with Natalia Grace's case, but were you guys familiar with her case before joining the project? And if so, how did that knowledge shape your approach to these characters who constantly blur the lines between innocence and something a little bit more unsettling, depending on which perspective we're viewing it through?
You know, from me being, for me being from the UK, I'd never heard of it either. So when researching it, I was so fascinated with it. And I just wanted to dig right in there, you know, what an amazing role. And yeah, that's how I felt for me.
Yeah, I knew a bit about it. You know, I read about it in the tabloids. I knew it had gotten to the court cases. I knew there was a documentary. And so when I first met with Sarah and Katie to talk about it, I asked them point blank. I was like, why are we telling this story? Like, you know, what are we going to be able to add to this? And they walked me through this incredible vision of, you know, taking 8 hours to tell this story, showing it from the multiple perspectives, letting audiences come up with their version of the truth by the end of it. And the character of Michael that they had built was something I can really empathize with, honestly. And that's really important for me. And seeing his struggles with mental health, which I've dealt with, seeing his desire to be a good human being on the planet, to be good to your children, to raise them up a generation, putting a lot of pressure on yourself, hero complexes, you know, all of that leads to my favorite storyline, which is the road to hell is paved with good intentions. And so I was like, I'm in.
Absolutely. I felt a lot like Detective Drysdale trying to solve the case myself. Right. Now, Mark, beyond Natalia's story, we also get a deep dive into Michael and Christine Barnett's relationship. How did you and Ellen develop that dynamic? And how does their relationship evolve throughout the course of the series?
Yeah, I mean, look, I've been a fan of Ellen's for a long time, and I was very excited to act opposite someone who has been a legend in my own home on Grey's Anatomy for the last 20 years. But I think what was really exciting about getting to know the real person and watching her is, you know, she is our lead actress and also a producer on the show, you know, so she has to at once hold the pressure of being positive, strong leadership qualities, and at the same time, the vulnerability and the fear of, are people going to accept me in this new role, and the pressure of all of that. And she did such a good job holding those two things. So our dynamic quickly developed of like, I want to do whatever I can to possibly support you to win in this role. And, you know, we developed a really deep friendship and like a marriage over the course of the show, you know? And that's really nice when you're, to treat each other with such love and respect while on camera you're doing the things that we're doing to each other. So
it's incredible how all of you just disappear into these roles. Now, Imogen, you are absolutely amazing, playing Natalia at different stages of her life, depending on what perspective. Depending on what perspective we see either the innocence of Natalia or a little bit more of that, you know, sometimes she gives this Christine this sinister little look sometimes, and we see the maturity at the end. Was there a particular scene or moment during filming where Natalia's complexities really clicked for you, where it felt all the layers of her character came to life?
Yeah. During episode 8, when we were filming the court scene, because I was playing her as how she looks now. And that for me was like a real, it's all coming together moment. Like, this is the moment that I want to do this right now, like, you know. And I remember I would go back to my trailer feeling like I'm gonna cry, because I'm just like, I want justice, and I wanna fight for her justice. And that felt like it was all coming together for me.
Absolutely incredible. Look, thank you guys so much for your time. I love this series. I can't wait for audience to see it. I'm telling you, week to week, they're gonna be binging this once it's said and done. But thank you guys so much for your time. I appreciate it.
She's choosing to con us. You're choosing to believe her.